What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Block Party Podcast. I am your host, Kyle Blockbuster, and I thank you for viewing. Today we have a very special guest. It is a buddy of ours, but also he is doing some good things in his life, and we want to see what he's been up to. But obviously, Dan, tell the people what's up, co-host.
How's it going? How y'all doing? Don't follow me.
And without further ado, we have our guest today, T-rev-the-kid.
Woo!
Say what's up to the people. But so this is your camera right here. So yeah, you don't have to look into it the whole time. We can just keep it casual. But regardless,
Eye contact the whole time.
Yeah, I'm staring into your soul. But yeah, man. So how you been?
Average.
Average, like the male
Average.
penis. Heard that.
Yeah. Oh.
We just said we were gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
we talk about penises on this show.
Yeah. Circumcised as well as uncircumcised.
Understood. Yes, it's
Gotta be
important.
inclusive.
Yeah, you got to talk about everybody. It's important. But yeah, man. So just to kind of give a lowdown on who T-rev-the-kid really is, he is a phenomenal rap artist. He is a man of the city.
He's mayor.
He's just a good friend of ours. You know, we're just kind of here, relaxing, chilling. You know, we like to have casual episodes just as much as we like to have special guest episodes. Yeah.
Oh shit, Snoop Dogg? No.
Dude, I have a funny story about Snoop Dogg, actually.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so, like, I do surveying for the city, right? So
Mhm.
one time we went to the courthouse so we could get a plat for a property.
Okay.
And my coworker is looking it up on the computer, and I'm just standing there because you can't have your phone in the courthouse and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing there, and this guy walks in, and he looks like the Wish.com version of Lil Wayne. I swear. And, dude, so he goes to, like, one of the desks and, like, asks the lady, he's like, hey. And she's like, oh, yes, sir, how can I help you? And he's like, you know Uncle Snoop? And, like, I was like, what is this dude talking about? Because, like, even I didn't even think of Snoop Dogg when he said Uncle Snoop. But he's
Right.
like, you know, Snoop Dogg. And she's like, oh, yeah. And this is like a 47-year-old white woman. Like, so
Okay.
she
Yeah.
might know, she knows Snoop Dogg, but not Uncle Snoop, you know, like any other kind
Yeah.
of-
Right.
So anyway,
Okay.
he's like, he owes me $50. He said he would give me $50 in the past for using my word, and he keeps using my word, and he never gave me the money. I swear, dude. And this guy,
His word. What was the word?
I don't know. He was like, I got it tatted on me, but he had like long sleeves, so I couldn't even see it. And I was like, I didn't know if he was talking about Snoop Dogg or like the word. And,
Right.
like he didn't say the word once, and I'm like 30 yards away, so I'm just barely catching this conversation. And
Was he saying what they were saying this to you? This was a
no,
woman.
no, he was saying it to the lady. Like I was just an observer.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's
got
how
you.
small it is in those courtrooms and
Heard
court.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were just like on the second floor, like by the computers, because we were looking up a plat. And like this dude walks in, and like I'm thinking he was just trying to finesse them for $50.
Okay.
That was what I guessed.
Right.
And she was like, "You need to get a lawyer. You need to get all the proper paperwork." And he was like, "What?" And this dude had one slide on and like a Jordan on the other foot.
Wait, what?
I swear, dude, it was the most bizarre thing. Like,
Dude, if anybody sees somebody with just a Jordan on, looking for Snoop Dogg specifically, apparently Snoop, you owe him $50.
yeah, Snoop, if you see this, run that man his money. If you know who he is, I mean, you may be like, "Oh, I remember that dude."
But like, what word?
I don't know,
and
man.
why is it only $50? If you really got like some sort of trademark or copyright over like a word, I think you're gonna get a little more than $50.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole get up, his attitude about the whole thing. Like I swear he was just trying to finesse him for $50.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
probably.
I'm like, what was the thought? You think they're gonna give you $50 for someone else? Like, you know?
Sir, if you're hearing this, and if you just donate plasma, you get like $80.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And if you see me, don't shoot me, please.
That's a real tip right there. For real. Get your money up, not your funny up.
Well, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you have jury duty, huh?
Oh, dude, I have jury duty
That's
next
why
month.
you're yeah.
Oh man, how's
Yeah.
that stuff work? Does that like do you know what you're getting into, like the case?
No, so I don't even know if I'm actually gonna be like selected. So you go
Okay.
to like I guess a selection process. Like everyone has to go.
Okay.
You know, because you can face like criminal charges if you don't
Yeah.
report to
shit.
jury duty.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Unless you're racist.
Yeah, like if I get there and I'm just like, I hate Antarcticans, like they'd probably be like,
yeah.
well, this guy obviously
Yeah.
can't be on the case.
Yeah, I got you.
But
Okay.
I'm hoping it's like like a super badass case.
Yeah.
Not some BS like some dude blew a stop sign and I'm gonna have to be there like 2 weeks just because some dude blew a stop sign and
Right.
he doesn't want to pay a ticket.
Yeah.
But I hope it's not like too high profile because then I'll be getting like death threats or some shit.
And you could also be there for a
But that
long
would
period
be
of time, depending on how long the case is.
Right.
Dude, speaking of the only case that I know of that's been going on recently is that Amber Heard Johnny Depp stuff, obviously, that just ended.
Shout out to Johnny Depp. Whoop.
Yeah.
Amber Heard, that broke bitch. She can't pay
Y'all
him that.
both toxic, but she's just a little more toxic.
Yeah,
I have to say.
100%. No, I agree with that. I think that relationship overall just needed a lot more than just therapy.
Yeah, and he seems like he's in a much better place now than he was.
Absolutely.
Like he's actually sober. you
Right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I did see though is that Amber Heard is still going on the news talking about her side of the story, just because I guess she feels some type of way because she lost, which I get, you know. But usually the loser in the battle doesn't get to have the interview later. Usually it's just you take your L, you keep pushing, and maybe get a few acting roles if you could find some. But damn, I mean, dude, she kind of gave herself a little bit of a bad rap, if I could say so myself. But and the thing is, at least at the end of the day, our hero, you know, of the story, I feel like he got justice served.
Oop.
And surprisingly, Johnny. And surprisingly, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that he won more, you know, she also technically won because she won like $2 million or something like that. She won a smaller amount.
So she still owes like 13 mil.
Right, which is
You know, petty change.
It's like, did
Yeah,
she win, Kyle? Did
Yeah.
she win?
we got to give the facts here, Dan. But no, man, I feel like you know, it's good, you know. I'm just glad I don't know 13 million.
I feel like
He
she
might. I mean, I don't know who you harassed.
could- remember that movie?
Yeah.
That movie. I think it was, what is it called? Like Monster Mom or Monster Mother-in-Law. It was an old movie with Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Remember, she has that monster of a mother-in-law that she meets. Oh, come on, have y'all not seen?
And J-Lo's in it, you said? Jennifer
Yeah,
Lopez?
it was whenever she was doing that acting, even though she can't really act. But in that movie, at least.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Snoop Dogg and J-Lo coming after us.
But she could play in like the monster mother-in-law movie too. She could probably. She's a monster. Think about.
Oh, dude. I mean, the thing is, she's framed for that role. So, I
Yes,
mean,
exactly.
dude, I mean, you might as well play the one and just make sure you get paid right. You know, because you know nearly everything that you're gonna be making is going directly to Johnny. You know, you gotta pay rent first and then to Johnny. So it's like,
Nah, Johnny first.
Yeah, you gotta pay Johnny first.
Yeah, pretty
Can't
much.
even live.
Ask Johnny if you can pay the rent.
can I not live on the street this week, Johnny? Nah, bitch, give me my money.
You gotta be like, oh, no, I think I'll just take.
Let's ask the people. Nah.
Call
But,
her. No. It's okay.
Nah, man. But yeah, so that's really the only case. But yeah, so jury duty, I've never had to do it.
Me either.
Man, if I did have to do it one day, though, now that I know that, I'm definitely gonna make sure that I do it.
So I'll be the asshole. Who'll be like, did somebody murder somebody? Oh my gosh! What, y'all want to be here for a stop sign or something? Like,
What happened?
Yeah.
Like trying to get into it from the jump. I would do the same shit.
think about all those people that had like crazy cases that they had to be in. But like, think about somebody right off.
Like the Ted Bundy case. Type
Yeah,
shit.
think about having to be a jury for that.
Oh my god! I don't even know what I would like mentally. I would go through. I mean, obviously, at the end of it, I think they all have to come to the same exact conclusion for it to move forward. Correct? Yeah.
So I
So
don't know
it's
about all of them, or maybe it is all of them.
No, yeah,
or at
they
least
all.
the
I think
majority.
I'm pretty sure they all have to agree.
yeah.
I'm sure they'll give me the rules.
Yeah.
They'll give me the rundown.
We
Yeah, of
because
course.
they always say we the jury.
Right.
Yeah,
It
so-
has to be like a collective.
Yeah.
I think the reason why behind that is because it technically in the law it's like you have to find them guilty beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like everybody has to come collectively and say
is
like,
bullshit.
yeah. I mean, yeah, but I mean that's sometimes why the reason from what I know that some of these cases take so goddamn long because all these people have to agree. And let's say one person doesn't agree. Well, y'all either have to convince them or show them more evidence, you know.
Or threaten them, like Trevor said.
You better look. You better hurry up.
Look, Kidder, we're gonna need to get out of here.
I have my cousin's bar mitzvah this Saturday. I have to be there.
Yeah.
Man, I just hope you don't get something like whack. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get like a Scranton Strangler type deal.
Now that would be awesome. Now I'm not saying for the.
But then people would be like, "No, Trevor's the real Strangler."
I mean,
he didn't show up for jury last day.
it was definitely him. That's crazy. But yeah, so jury duty, that's dope.
Oh yeah, what is it that you do for the city?
Yeah.
Surveying, land surveying.
So break that down. What's your day to day?
Man, some days I end up doing like nothing. I sit in the office for like 8 hours, but today we went and we paved a curb. Well,
Okay.
actually, they just framed it up, but we went out with the level to make sure like all the height, all the elevations are correct, so the water will drain.
Okay.
Then this afternoon we went to this job we're doing where they're just replacing a pipe. Sometimes I'm like walking through like, it's like,
Rat poop.
what's it? What?
Rat poop.
Yeah, no, for real, like crap ditches, like the
yeah.
runoff, the septic drainage, like the runoff from that.
Mhm.
So I got to walk in like 3 feet of that shit for like a mile and a half sometimes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but I have like hip boots on, so I don't
Right.
get like all nasty.
You wear a
But
mask?
I have like tripped in it, and
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
but it's not like straight dookie water.
Right.
It's like but it's essentially dookie water.
Yeah. So,
Like it's not sewage, you know.
yeah. Well, my dad was working at the sewage plant for like a long time, so I mean, I seen some grossness at that place.
Stank
I'll tell you
booty.
that. Yeah, dude, it's gross over
I
there.
had to
bro.
shower like 3 times when he got home. Huh?
But well, the majority of the time, yeah, he would take a really long shower at the end of the day. But I will tell you this though, it is a job that I am very glad that I don't have to do, but I appreciate the fact that somebody does, because Jesus Christ, flushing the toilet, you think your life's good until you start flushing that toilet and shit starts coming
I
through.
bet
that damn
Jesus Christ
thing.
doesn't even have to flush the toilet. He's just
Just he doesn't even need a shit.
doesn't
If you
even
think
poop.
about it.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
He wouldn't have a butthole. Would Jesus Christ have a butthole? That's a serious question.
I don't know why we're talking about if Jesus had a butthole.
Could you imagine just going up into heaven? Hey, Jesus, drop your pants. Let me see.
Hey,
He'd
pause.
be like, okay, this
Hold
nigga,
on, pause.
he's going to hell. Dan, yeah, hell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, this was a test, and you failed.
100%. Yeah, you remember that episode number 6? Yeah, you screwed up.
You thought I was going to forget that all these years?
Yeah, no.
So wait, do you run into any like neutral rats? No, you haven't seen any.
Yeah, dude. This one neighborhood we went into, like they said they caught like 20 in a week.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they had
Damn.
a bunch. It was like in Youngsville.
Heard that.
Staying away from you.
and water moccasins, dude. I have a video on my phone. We like killed like this big ass water moccasin.
Oh, I think that's the one that you had put in the group.
Yeah,
that's-
That's kind of like a snake, kind of. Is it a snake? I don't know. What the
You
hell
never
it
seen a
is.
water moccasin?
I don't
It
know.
is a snake. Oh yeah.
It is a
It's
snake.
it's a
Okay,
snake.
understood.
Yeah, it's a
Learning
venomous,
with
it's a venomous
Kyle.
snake. Yeah.
Yeah, they can basically.
Oh fuck! I didn't
Yeah,
know it
they
was
basically
venomous.
like if you have like tall, like say you didn't cut the grass for like 2 weeks,
Uh-huh.
and you live by like a river or a pond or
Right.
a lake, and then it rains,
Mm.
you can. It's high probability you'll find a water moccasin just chilling. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jacoby killed one with an umbrella. I remember that years ago.
What
What?
part of the umbrella did he use?
The little pointy end. Okay, so we were leaving an old friend's house.
That's kind of skillful.
Yeah,
If you think-
she was like we had just finished like hanging out. We were high as fuck, and I was waiting for him to get into the car, and he like stops and looks, and he like already had an umbrella because it had already rained, and this was like close to midnight. He's like sitting there stomping at pressing at the ground. I'm like looking outside of the door like
Is that y'all's new crib?
no, this was like years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like whenever we were hanging out with a friend of Maurice, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He gets inside. There's a water moccasin. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I just killed it. I was like, what the
Dude, the only snake encounter that I've ever had to deal with was at the trailer one time. My dad was like, I swear to God, like 13, 14, but my dad was terrified of snakes. So it like came into the house and it went directly into the bathroom. As soon as it went into the bathroom, it was in my dad's bathroom, and my mom wasn't there. Thank God, because she would have freaked out even more. But he got so scared that he jumped on the bed, and I'm the youngin', so like I'm like, oh look, just a snake, you know. And so I run after it, and he's like, here, and he hands me a golf club that like he just hasn't used in a long time. I started beating the shit out of this thing in the tub because it went into the tub. It starts bleeding a little bit, and I'm like, what should I do to like end this thing's life? And I was like, roach spray. For some reason, I grabbed that shit and just started spraying it in like the cuts that I like made from the golf club or whatever. It died. So roach spray and a golf club, that'll get rid of any snake.
Do you think it
apparently.
would have died if you didn't like use like biochemicals on it, like chemical warfare?
Dude, you gotta, anything goes in war,
You
bro.
freaking got gassed.
For real, bro.
Could you imagine that snake was probably like, this nigga spraying me with roach spray. I'm already dying. I'm already dying.
Son of a bitch.
This doesn't even do anything.
Chemical warfare. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I mean, dude, you gotta do what you gotta do. Dude, if my dad was scared of it, what? At 13 years
Yeah.
old, what am I supposed to
I
think?
look up to you. Like, what?
Does this thing have a gun?
I would have went up to him still holding the golf club and been like, I'm the motherfucking man of the house now, bitch. Like,
I want $50 allowance.
Dude, I can't remember the day I had an allowance,
No,
man.
it's
I
like
should
you-
have asked for it that day.
you come home, give me your full paycheck, and I'll decide how much you get.
Just let me know what the bills are. We'll deal with it from there. Damn, that's hilarious.
Wait, so y'all don't run any? Y'all, there's no possibility if y'all run into any like crocodiles, gators, no?
No crocodiles, but I guess it would be possible we run into a gator, but it hasn't happened. Usually, like, the deeper water we're in is, like, coming off of, like, a field runoff or something. Like, so it's, like, a main channel that, like, eventually drains into, like, the Vermilion or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and, like, we're in the, so we're, like, drainage engineering. That's our department. So we just deal with, like, the drainage problems.
Okay.
So, like, I won't be doing, like, other types of surveys. It's really just, like, in the neighborhoods, figuring out where the issue is with the drainage,
Mm-hmm.
or just, like, yeah, just anything to do with drainage. For
Is
the
it most of the time like a lot of leveling issues or whatever? Like maybe they don't have the proper slope or something.
Yeah, and, like stuff, like, just buildup of different sediment or anything, like, or, like, sometimes, like, you find out, oh, they put the pipe in the wrong way, it's not level, or, like, the bottom rusted out.
Okay.
But a lot of it, like, like most of the problems in Lafayette, like, they just need to flush the pipes,
Oh.
and then
Hmm.
it's fine. Like, but everywhere we go, there's, like, some kind of drainage, like, issue.
Yeah.
Flushing the
And we'll
pipes
have to
isn't like.
dig, yeah. We'll, like, dig a new ditch, replace pipes.
Well, so now I don't know how accurate this is, but my dad had told me this whenever I was much younger that apparently in Louisiana we do have some form of earthquakes, but it's very minor earthquakes that are going on underneath us every once in a while, and due to that, that's the reason why we maybe have a lot of
Yeah,
leveling
and like our
issues and stuff.
soil's real soft. That's why, like, you hardly see basements over here because
Yeah.
they, like,
Yeah.
they collapse in.
Yeah, very wet.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're pretty. I mean, we're a lot closer. I feel like out of a lot of the area that's in the United States, I feel like we're probably as close to being somewhere near the Amazon rainforest than any other state. Because, dude, California dry.
Climate.
Yeah, dude, dry as fuck out in California and in Colorado, dude.
Yeah.
Dry as fuck.
Moist out here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's like you could take some of that humidity with you, man.
Yeah, for real. But yeah. So
So, what you think that you're gonna be able to take this type of job to Texas? Because you said you was probably gonna.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
been thinking about, like, well, that's the thing. Like, I have to decide is, like, so where I'm at right now, like, we have, like, a really good pension plan.
nice.
But, like, the highest job I could get is, like, paying, like, $70K. From what I understand, like, if I stay on the same track and, like, just stay in that division, I don't know if I could end up being, like, director of drainage eventually, or one of those other positions where, like, I'm the the coordinator or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could maybe, like, move to, like, LUS, which is still, like, the city.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I think it would be nice to live in, like, Colorado.
Right.
Like, I feel like if I move, I would want to try to live somewhere that's different than, like, just fucking hot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Texas
that has
isn't as
seasons.
humid, but it's still hot as a motherfucker,
Right.
dude.
Something with some seasons, to
Yeah.
a degree.
Yeah, dude, like 95% of the year is just miserable. Even in the winter over here, it's like hot after 12, even
Yeah.
before 12.
Yeah.
And when it's cold, it's just raining all the time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then it's just hot all year.
So you have to work in the rain too.
No, because of the instruments we use.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Come on, rain.
Yeah.
and today, like, it was so hot, and, like, there was clouds everywhere, but they weren't, like,
Really no
they
shade.
weren't blocking the sun,
Yeah.
and there was no breeze. And then we finished the job,
Right.
cloud covers the sun, and the wind starts blowing. I was like,
Oh,
bro, what's going on?
That's
I
so
hate it.
fake. Dude, another thing, I mean, in the sense of the humidity, I never really, like, was in a place where I felt humidity up until, like, about 22, 23, 24, because, like, I didn't even realize, like, what humidity kind of does in Louisiana in comparison to other states, because whenever I was in California, like, this is how I explained it. So whenever I was out there, So if you're in Louisiana, for example, you go underneath a tree. If it's hot outside, you go underneath a tree, and you're still hot
Yeah,
underneath
nothing
that
happens.
tree.
Yeah,
Nothing happens,
no
right?
difference, bro.
But you go to California and it's hot outside, same temperature, but you go underneath a tree and you're literally cool.
Yeah.
Like literally cool. And I don't know how to describe it other than that, but it's like shade works out there.
Yeah, shade doesn't do anything over here.
Yeah, for real. I guess that's humidity. I don't really know what
Yeah, because
that
it's like
is.
the moisture in the air, but it's hot.
Right.
Dude,
Muggy, really.
Yeah.
it's
Hot
like whenever I'm
moisture.
outside with the dogs, bro. The dogs will be under like the little backyard patio that we have, and they're just sitting there. I'm
Oh,
like, what the
yeah.
hell's wrong with you? I go walk
hot.
out. I'm like, oh damn, it's kind of hot in there. I go walk like out in the sun. I'm like, oh my god, there's no difference. What
Oh
the fuck?
yeah, like for real. And it's just steaming us, kind of, you know. But other than us just getting steamed, you know, Louisiana, I think, like because we've been here for so long, I think it's a great state. Don't get me wrong, we have much better food than any other place.
Yeah, I would miss the food.
Yes, but regardless of the food and the southern nature of it all, like just the hominess, we kind of get along a little bit more than most states, I would say, in the majority of our state. But other than those points, you know, California, Colorado. Really, I want to try out New York, not to technically live there,
Yeah,
but maybe
maybe
live
like
on
a
the
short
outside. Yeah,
No,
it's-
try Detroit.
Try to what?
I'm good.
Did they try to twerk?
Detroit. Try Detroit, bro.
Yeah, I'm going straight to 8 Mile, bro.
You scared?
Absolutely, as I should be. No, yeah. I mean, traveling is definitely important, especially if you can travel and then also have an automatic job there. That's like A1.
Mm-hmm.
So Colorado's a good spot.
Yeah, I saw like a survey position. I think it was God, what was the name of that town?
Where were you looking on, like LinkedIn or on the like just
LinkedIn,
online?
yeah.
I've
And
been
I-
looking a lot on there too recently.
So like my position, like I only get paid like $16.77 an hour, which is
Mhm.
such a random number, but you know it's the city. So, but over there, like I could go do the same job, and it was like 23 to 28.
Okay.
But then I could probably move into a party chief position, like pretty
Quicker,
soon, I
maybe.
guess. Like
Yeah.
I mean, in the private sector, like you never know.
Right. Absolutely.
Where I'm at though, it's like you're stuck until someone gets out
Yeah.
Damn.
for the
And,
most part.
And you got to think a lot of those guys got already maybe 10, 12 years on you sometimes, and then
Yeah, and with the pension being like if you stay for 30 years, so there's like a 10-year, 20-year, and a 30-year, and like depending on your age, like that's what they take into account. So the
Okay.
30-year, you have to be 55 to like
even be considered.
retire. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
So you have to be 55 when you hit your 30 years, which I started when I was 25, so it'd actually be perfect. And then you do like a 3-year drop, get like those 3 years salary all in one lump sum,
Mhm.
and then you get 99% of your salary for like the rest of your life.
Holy
Oh.
So the
crap!
pension like kicks ass.
Yeah, the
but,
pension
uh,
does kick ass, and this is with the city.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Not with the state. Okay.
And
That's-
it doesn't
forgot.
suck to not be immortal.
I mean, dude, if you really think about it, if you were, let's say you were to just kind of stick with the city, like kind of forever, I say, by the time that you were 55, and let's say you're living a moderately healthy life, let's say you live to 90, right? Let's just say 90. That's a
Yeah,
good amount
it
of
pays
time,
off.
man. That's a
Mhm.
good amount of time that you get to live the rest of your life and not have to worry about much.
A lot of
Yeah.
golf.
A lot, dude.
The only thing I'm scared of is like not living my life now because I can't afford to,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and then even like dying before I even retire. You know, like that would
Yeah.
suck. And then or dying like soon after I retire. That would also suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wouldn't get to enjoy that. Which I mean, in America, it's kind of a big problem. Like,
Yeah.
some people live to 65, or they work till they're 65,
Mhm.
retire, and then the average like age that people die is like 70 to 80.
Right.
To be honest, so it's like you work all your life, and then you got 5 good years maybe, but at 65 to 70, like you're slowing down. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then-
Absolutely.
So, and like my parents are 60. My mom's birthday was like just the other day. She turned
Mhm.
67, and my dad's 68. So it's like they're getting up there,
Mhm.
and it's like, man, I don't want to be. It's just a bad situation.
No,
you
no,
know?
I
But
get where
they're
you're
healthy.
coming from.
That's good.
Yeah,
But like,
absolutely.
it's like, man, you work all your life, and then you only get to enjoy, and even then, like you're too old to really, really enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I always thought to myself, because I realized this like super long ago whenever I was in the Business and Finance Academy in high school, and I was like,
Yep.
man, y'all expect me to just work this hard for this many years to be able to be this super wealthy old person, but then I can't even do shit. Like,
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna go on this plane and want to like go out and do things, but realistically, I'm gonna get my old ass there, and I'm just want to go sleep at the hotel for about 2 days.
Dude.
Like, I was
I'm
like,
already at that point.
Yeah.
I
It's
get
like-
there and I'm like, I want to sleep.
Yeah, dude.
I just feel like it's a real necessity to have everything that you need financially by at least by the time you age like 35.
Yeah.
That's really my goal for myself is like to be
building
where I
that.
want to be at least by the age of 35, to where, hey, if I want to go to Bahamas, I can do that, and it's not gonna hurt nobody. It's not gonna hurt myself.
Right.
It's cool. I can bring somebody with me. You know, it's like that's just how I feel. I feel like you should have some type of strong financial stability by at least 35.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's definitely a massive goal, I think. But, I mean, it all kind of comes down to, I mean, your spending habits, making sure that the extra money that you have at the end of the day from your normal day-to-day job, regardless of how many hours that you work in, that excess has to be going into something else other than just a savings account, because, I mean, some of it has to invest, some of it has, I mean, obviously you have to keep a good amount just for, you know, rainy days, anything were to go wrong. But, I mean, I feel like that's the route that you take to get to 35 and be able to maybe look at your life from outside and say, okay, now it's about time that I take another leap, but in a completely separate direction, just to try something new, you know. But I mean, you can't really do anything unless you got some money saved up and you're kind of prepared for that. So, yeah.
I might be speaking a little bit unrealistically, only because a lot of people usually have kids by 35. I ain't trying to have kids.
Right.
but-
And that could definitely be a hindering factor too.
But even if you do have kids, if you, like you said, if you just manage yourself financially right, you know, or you just, you know, win the lottery.
Yeah. or just make sure that you're continuing to stay with your partner, because I think even though a lot of people have a lot of baby mamas and baby daddies, you know,
Yeah.
there's nothing per se wrong with that, but I think it's more important, if you can, to make sure that whoever is the first person that I guess that you have a child with, you try to figure out a way to stick it with them as long as you possibly can. Or if worst case scenario y'all do split up, and you know, whether it's rational or irrational, you still gotta it's like you gotta put the child first no matter what.
Yep.
So it's like for 18 years, no matter what, that is the priority. And if you know, within those 18 years you have another kid, then you got another thing to worry about. So yeah, not having kids, saving your money, you know, investing the excess that you have, you know,
To a certain point.
not
Not having kids at a certain point. I understand
Right.
you can still have kids and do all of these things,
absolutely.
but it's
you
kind of
gotta-
like
you gotta
everything
grind a
has to
little
be
harder.
lined up, which kind of makes it hard.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
and you also got to find the right person.
Yeah, I mean, and like,
fuck the
man.
right person.
no, that's the thing. You gotta
That's
fuck
literally
the right person.
that's literally what I'm saying.
But dude, like, especially like when we're talking about kids, like,
Mhm.
a lot of the times, like, people try to force the relationship, and it's like, y'all just need to break up and just be good, like, just co-parent. Very, like, just do everything you can for the kid. Like, even if y'all aren't meant to be together,
If y'all
like,
are
don't.
toxic for each other, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like,
Yep.
don't be at each other's throats. Like, you're gonna be better off if y'all just split and each give that kid like the best life you can.
Absolutely.
That's what I always say. It's like the kid's pretty much the most important thing.
Yeah.
If you're not looking at your kid first and you're looking at your spouse first, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And but also, like I said, that two-parent household is really something that a lot of children don't get to have in the best way. You know, like at 13, whenever my parents had split up, or 12, 13, something like that. Whenever they had split up, you know, that was a devastating time in my life, and it made me go through a lot of, because you kind of grow up, or hopefully you grow up thinking that like my parents are in love and they're gonna stay in love forever, you know, and then life happens, and then you realize that, you know, it's really a game of tolerance sometimes, and you got to try to, you know, work it out in nearly every situation. But some situations, depending on like the outside factors, like maybe, you know, like substance abuse, emotional abuse, you know,
Riding other dicks.
a lot cheating, you know, definitely a lot of things. But regardless, you got to do your best to try to make the relationship work. I think at first, you know, if you're just the type of person that's just gonna be like, screw it, I'll do what I need to for my kid, but screw you, you know, without ever actually trying first, then I don't think that that's the best route. But if you try, that person, the other person on the other end, is not willing to try, and you're spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere, then you're at a point where it's like, okay, I gotta have some sanity in my life, and my child also would probably have a little bit better time, going back and forth from these houses. Which, growing up after 14, I had 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases. I can't really complain too much.
Oh damn, I have shit.
Hey, I never said we got much of those Christmases.
My dad was like, peace. And then that was it. So.
We get deep.
The first time I met your mom was like through a glass door because it was like peak COVID, and I went pick something up for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Hi.
and like we didn't even talk. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm Dan's friend.
I kind of did the same thing with Jacoby's mom. It's like
I
seen
still
her.
haven't met Jacoby's mom.
Well, I'd seen her. I never like. Haven't like formally shook her hand or nothing, but I saw her kind of like through the window. Whatever I waved, she didn't wave back, and I was like,
Exactly.
all right. And I just finished hopping out of Jacoby's car, so it's not like I'm some rando,
It's
Unless I was
because Jacoby don't tell people, tell his parents about people. Like,
Yeah.
they just know us as Jacoby's friends.
Right, absolutely. But to be honest, my dad and my mom are kind of the same. They're not gonna automatically invest. Now, if I do say, "Hey, you remember this person from this time?" They usually they can keep up. But yeah,
It was like your mom though. We've pretty much seen your mom all these years. Cause
yeah, I've seen her a good amount.
Like, especially because I know Bryce.
I only saw her in that music video.
Oh really?
I forgot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, go stream Dear Mom by KYLE. I'm just joking. You don't have to listen.
No,
to that
seriously, go
bullshit.
stream it.
But yeah, no. So one thing that Trevor has done in the past, and we have done in the past. We're not going to be doing it today, but we like to freestyle. We like to rap.
Put the beat on.
Throw the beat on. No, surprisingly, I found out that you can do that. I would just have to plug in something right here, and it would go directly to my phone, and we could throw up anything from YouTube or whatever. But
You hear that, producers?
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
yeah, maybe not today. But no, yeah, I think that's definitely one skill, and it's a skill. It is definitely a skill for anybody that doesn't think that rapping is a skill. You're tripping.
It's a fun skill.
It's an art. Yeah, it's an absolute. Me and Jacoby just
No,
started.
there is unskilled rappers.
I
that do
But as long as they're having fun.
Hey, and you can't knock the hustle, man, if they're getting paid.
100%. That was the most mom answer I've ever heard. As long as they're having fun. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, no, we've rapped in the past. We've just been friends for a long time. Our relationship in general. You went to school with my brother Bryce, back in Lafayette. Were y'all in the same grade?
No,
Correct.
he was a grade ahead of me.
Grade ahead. Yeah. So yeah. So you graduated in 2013, 2014.
14, yeah.
Yeah. So same year as us and shit. So yeah.
Boo Lions. No, I'm joking.
We would boo-hoo because we'd always lose the football games.
Dude, like I would
at football.
I would
Yeah.
straight up like be like, man, are the Lions ever gonna win? Like I would be hoping that they give like Acadiana some type of like rivalry because everybody was like,
Because they're
"Oh,
like
this
down
is-
the street.
this
And
is-
they
this
were
is the worst rivalry."
supposed to be rivals, which we would beat Acadiana in everything except football.
Soccer, wrestling,
But
basketball.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Acadiana ran football, like,
Yeah.
in Lafayette.
They're-
Unfairly.
Well, and literally unfairly, because sometimes, I mean, just from being on like an Acadiana team, it's a whole nother monster, because it's like everybody over there goes to that school just to be on the football team. So it's like you got people that will join the business academy, kind of like how they do with like the arts and stuff over there at Lafayette. But it's like
I think it's the medical.
they had that, but they had the
Yeah.
music stuff too, right?
Yeah, the band. So the band, like Nick actually went to Indianapolis and they placed like
Bryce
7th
did that shit with them.
or or like 13th or 7th, like in the nation.
Yeah, swear
one
to
year.
God.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's not like they're just tip tapping around. Like they're good as fuck
Yeah.
over there at Lafayette High, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Bryce.
the band's huge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah, but that is true. Like a lot of people, they really just Acadiana. They just immediately think of football and
Yeah.
business academy usually second. Because I mean, I was in a business academy and I had about 5 to 6 football players in my class constantly. Like
Oh,
every
yeah.
year.
and
So
they're
it was like-
huge. Like remember Claude George? That dude was, I don't know. Well, you didn't go to school with us. So, but Claude George, you remember Claude?
Oh yeah.
That dude was massive, bro. He was like 6'4", walking the halls. And then you got Miles Davis whenever we was going around.
He's 7 foot.
Yeah, like he was, I swear to God, like 6'8", 6'9", like that. He would have to duck to get into like, and that's what's on your O line. And then you got your, at least at the time, you had Striker Trollhorn, which is like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna talk as much about him, but he was buff. He was really big, very very large man. And then you had us, and then for some reason we won state. For some reason. For some reason.
Somehow we did it.
It's just, I think it was the coaching, to be honest. And dude, it's really, I think at the end of the day, the coaching makes the most difference, not just in the football side of things, but also in the side of in the band, in the basketball world, and all that stuff. Because it's like you might have all the best pieces there, you know what I'm saying? But if you can't really have a coach that can put those things together in the right way, you know, like for example, you might have an amazing defensive back or whatever, but he would be so much better at a running back, and you know this, but like, and you see that from like years and years of experience, but like that's what he wants to do. He wants to be a D back, so it's like you gotta notice those pockets and work with them. And the transition that they had from Ted Davidson to the new coach that they have over there,
Whoop, Ted Davis. Whoop.
dude, the new coach is doing so goddamn good that that he's won, I think, like maybe like 4 state championships in like 6 or 7 years.
God damn.
And Ted Davidson, he won like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 maybe, but he didn't do it the same way that this dude's doing it. He's getting it from right out the jump.
He putting them on steroids.
Well, I remember they put us on a regimen at one time because even though I was a kicker, they threw us. They would make us like drink like 2 extra muscle milks, like not at lunch, but like throughout the day or whatever. We could like keep it with us if we were like purposely needing to gain weight. I wasn't really one of those or whatever. I remember I think they had maybe Jacob like Birch on him drinking a lot of like muscle milk and like eating like probably shit that you shouldn't be eating, like bread and like white, like a lot of white bread or whatever. But they would fatten you up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that they definitely did what was necessary.
That red beans and rice that Jacob hates.
Oh yeah, because he's probably eating it so goddamn much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What was it like at Lafayette, man? Because I mean, y'all had a much larger population.
Yeah, like
over
what
there.
what was y'all's school population?
We had probably like maybe 1,500 to 2,000 ish, maybe.
To be honest, it's hard to
I can't remember.
even get
really.
that number down because my freshman year, we had a lot of people. And then by the time it was my senior year, there was so many people that dropped out.
It was usually
It was like shocking.
It was usually like 300 to 400 students per class, I remember. So that's why I'm kind of saying that maybe 12, 15, maybe even up to 2,000. But I don't think it was up to 2,000. Y'all probably had way more, though.
My graduating class was like 900.
Holy
Yeah, what the
fucking
fuck, dude?
Christ.
Yeah, that's what
Now
I'm
I
saying.
see why they're making more
So,
schools.
Yeah, and like we had like over 3,000, and I think now a few years ago I heard they had like over like 3,500.
Oh, my God.
Which
dude.
it's like how? Like, it's crazy.
That's like Texas in a school.
Yeah, but and the thing is, I have mixed emotions about what they do with the money in the state or whatever, because they basically have to displace the money amongst each school in a very even way, so it because it's like it's public. So, but I mean, throughout Lafayette Parish is really what I'm kind of talking about, between Carencro, Northside, Lafayette, Acadia, and all those schools. But I have mixed emotions about what they do with that money, because I don't know how like there's a brand new public school that they're like the Sharks or something like that. I don't know the name of the school.
That's that new Southside school.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That
And,
school that's like looks like a movie theater
well,
inside.
They had said it was like $1 million or $1.5 million to make or something like that. It was a lot of money, and but I've like I said, I have mixed emotions because I've seen Lafayette High, like I've been inside there, and like there's a lot of work that needs to be done to that school, man.
So they're actually, dude, like since I was in school over there, they were talking about building a new campus.
Okay.
And what they were saying is they were going to build it like where the football field is, and then like tear down the old school.
Yeah.
Or some of the old school.
Mm.
But I just heard this year that when they do that, they're getting rid of the baseball field.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
and
aren't y'all really good at
Yeah, they were like, yeah.
So
the
they're
team
getting
was
rid
really
of
good.
the sport
Huh.
from
No,
that
no,
school.
No, I don't know how it's going to work. Like they're going to
Oh.
practice
They might like
somewhere else.
I was
and
gonna
then
say maybe
I
they have
guess
a
play games at other schools.
yeah, that's
But it's
smart.
like, dude, like there's always been a baseball field there.
Absolutely. Y'all's track has always been
Dude, our
much
cross
better.
country was really good.
Yeah.
Like when I ran cross country my freshman year, like we won district, and then we came in like third at state or something like that.
Right. There was one dude that I remember he was like really amazing at every single sport that he was at. He went to Jude East Middle School and then he ended up going to Lafayette, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But
Bo Jackson.
What was it? What?
Bo Jackson.
No, he threw the javelin, and I think he might have. I don't know if he played baseball, but he was definitely the quarterback of the football team. That's all I remember. He threw javelin and he did that, and he broke a lot of the records. This was at Lafayette High. He broke a lot of records over there for the javelin. So y'all definitely have like amazing cross country. Y'all definitely have a lot of athletes just in the general spectrum of it. But just football, it was just a whole nother topic.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people that should have been playing football were like in band playing like tuba and shit.
Holding like the biggest fucking.
Yeah, they were like, I can carry this, but I can't. I can't carry the weight of all the sorrow that the
that comes with being on that
football
football
team
team. But yeah,
does.
no.
Yeah, we went like 3-10, like 3 of the years I was there,
my
and then I left, and they were like, "Nope, we just lost all the games." I was
Oh
like,
my
"Damn."
God, what
I was
the?
like, y'all
What?
lost. Y'all went, man. this
Well, I
sucks."
mean, but they went through a lot of coaching things because I know that there was one coach that had like got in there, was sticking there for a little while or whatever, and then he got out maybe like our junior year-ish or something. I know y'all had a switch one of
Yeah,
those years.
and then they would just like I've only been to a few of the games, like. But they would just call like the dumbest fucking plays, and they would try it over and over. I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
like obviously it's not working. Like, what are you doing?
All right, let's run the ball up the middle. Oh yeah, they stuffed it. Let's
Yeah.
do it again.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
5
not
yards lost.
expecting it this time.
Yeah.
Like they can't be. We've done it every play.
It's like, well, coach, we've lost 15 yards. Run it again. Like, what?
Yeah, for real. But yeah, no, but I think that coach was trying to implement I can't remember the system that the Acadiana uses, but it's the veer.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Even I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started implementing that shit, and from what I remember, my junior and senior year, they definitely were having a lot of success with the veer. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's just embedded into who Acadiana really is at the end of the day. So it's hard to, I guess, beat that specific team.
Especially when you execute it right.
Yes,
You know,
100%. And I was about to say our senior year, I believe that we were like 6th or 8th in the country. And that was so we had this Battle of the Borders game that we had to go to Texas. Like we had those Bobcat buses or whatever that we had taken over there. And this was senior year. We won the first game. So we won our jamboree. We won the first game of the season, and then we go to this Battle of the Borders thing. Now this team that's in Texas is the number 2 team in the country. Period. And so we know we're coming up against some stuff like some major headway, but at the time we had just some crazy players. Like we had like the Edward Cormier, Brock Keithan, which like a lot of them don't. I don't believe that they play anymore, but Brock Keithan went to LSU as a tight end, and then he was like a fullback, and he played like a good amount. There was like a lot of talent over there, but regardless, I just remember that there was a lot of what's the word? I don't know. There was just a lot of talent, and it was fun playing on that team, especially because after that Battle of the Borders game, that was the only game that we lost the whole season. We did lose by 1 touchdown, and there was a lot of mess ups in that game, but we won every single game after that, all the way up into the championship. Won that, and then that was a crazy night. Being on a football team when they win state and breaking records the way that we had broke in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, that was definitely an experience and a half, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's such an experience that like a lot of people didn't get to go through.
100%.
And, like I honestly feel bad for them. Like I literally think to myself, like, man, I wish you could have experienced that just like 1 year. Because like
Yeah.
my 4 years, I was able to experience it.
Y'all
once.
went like twice or 3 times in the time that you were there.
We only went once. 2010. That was that year we had that motherfucker who was 19 and he wasn't supposed to be. And we had to
Yes, and then
forfeit.
y'all had to come all the way back.
Dude, we were
I
like the
remember
Cinderella
that. I
story.
remember hearing about
We were the
Mhm.
Cinderella story that year, bro, and it was like amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing that we had to still give up those games
Mhm.
and then come back the rest of the season
Oh, yeah.
and then smash every team. And then the only team that we lost to in the regular season before we had to give up those wins was STM.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
And dude,
if anybody
that game
knows,
was crazy.
if anybody knows, you know, the rivalry back there with STM and Acadiana,
Oh,
yeah, it was pretty bitter. It's pretty hard.
Dude.
So when we lost to them, and then we had to play these motherfuckers again in the postseason,
Mm-hmm.
and it was at their home.
Oh yeah.
Bro, we shut those motherfuckers out, bro.
Dude, I
It was
remember y'all had-
crazy. I was watching that shit. I was like, oh my god,
Dude.
look at the score. It's 30-0. What?
Dude, it was a crazy game. I remember y'all had Micah Eugene, y'all had Bakari Oye,
Terry Abraham,
which was he was way skinnier than he seemed to be coming out of that pocket. Cause like I guess it was just really his quickness. I don't know specifically what it was, but he would just break through, and he's just.
He was Devin
I
Hester.
wonder what they're doing.
He was the Devin Hester.
I wonder
I
what
call
these
him the
people
Devin
are
Hester.
Bakari Oye is like he's like a half singer or half like male, like he looks like a stripper. I'm gonna be real. Like, bro, I'm not saying he is a stripper, but like, bro, he's buff. like a male stripper. Like he
Yeah, that Bakari, you gotta admire. Yeah.
bro, I haven't seen him in
Wait,
years.
so like, let me get this straight.
Okay.
Buffness equals stripper.
So if you always have your shirt off but you're wearing jeans, yes.
Like,
I'm start doing that. I'm start doing that.
Let me write that down. Let me write that.
Write that down.
No, but no, he's definitely like a like a really big buff shirtless model type. You know, like he's
Abercrombie.
yeah, and he's got perfect teeth. Like he's a good looking man. But I've
You giving this man shout out to everybody about
yeah, dude, shout out to dude. I mean, he was not just him.
He was
but
Kyle's
him.
high school crush.
No, really though, him, Micah Eugene, and Terry Abraham. Other than obviously the great team that they had at the time, they were the reasons why that state championship game that year that you're talking about with STM where they stomped them. That they're the reason, and so there's a reason that I admire these people, other than the fact that I want to fuck. I mean, I want to. He's good. He's good people.
You heard it here first.
Everybody's gonna watch this and just take that clip and be like, Kyle gave.
Kyle's probably gonna clip it.
Hey, what's wrong
himself.
with that? It's Pride Month.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, are you coming out? Is that?
Yeah, is that what this is?
The
'Cause
closet's
I'll
over there,
accept
bro.
you.
Just,
Somebody in there?
so you agree with what Beyonce had to say about this?
Beyonce's one of the top 3 greatest singers of all time.
You said things or singers?
So, well, singers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
You just said it kind of fast.
we're kind of quoting a video that we had just
RDC?
seen the other day.
You RDC, you ever watch this stuff?
RDC.
RDC, you know,
Dude,
he's the,
you've seen him.
yeah,
100% you've seen him.
Probably
but
don't know his name,
Yeah.
like the channel name.
We're gonna show you after this. After
Shout out to RDC, yeah.
dude, because their shit is funny as fuck. Try to think of something else. So they make a lot of basketball skit videos where it's
Yeah.
like
And like he likes to impersonate like being LeBron a lot.
right.
Okay, yeah, I've probably seen.
You're probably picturing who it is, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Because the second that I show you, you're gonna be like, "Yep, I've seen all of these shits."
Yeah, they're
Dude,
hilarious.
his shit's funny as fuck, man. But
I literally go into like a rabbit hole just watching his stuff.
oh, for
It's
hours,
just so funny.
for hours. And the thing is, I like how his videos are really short sometimes. Like he'll and he's very big into anime. So like I've seen him do.
I think I definitely know who you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
He would do like the anime house characters and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Y'all,
Well,
yeah.
He would have like the super, like, I mean, like not high production, but like
Dude, like
pretty
A- a
high
lot of the
production for,
times-
like what you're watching, you're like, damn, dude, this is like legit.
Right.
for real.
Like, even when they have fights, they would shake the camera and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
Dude, I wanted to make a skit where, cause you keep bringing up the Maury thing where
Yeah.
he chases the thing. I've been wanting to make a skit about that where it's like one of y'all has like I can hit up Jacoby and maybe he can let us like borrow one of those KLFY cameras because we can pretty much he can rent them pretty much anytime that he would like to, and obviously we just have to make sure that we take care of it. But regardless, I feel like that would be really cool to get on tape, just the POV of that, and it's like you're just moving, but it's like you could have him like running across a football field, running across a
Yeah, you got to get like another angle of the dude running with the camera, and he's just like, no,
Like,
super
ow.
fast. It's like, God.
Oh yeah, dude.
But
That
speaking of the anime, yeah, Trevor is a big, anime person.
Dude, I just finished or caught up on Attack on Titan like the other day.
Oh, you just caught up?
Oh,
God
yeah,
dang,
I
bro.
was actually like, I was going to tell you on the podcast if I remember.
Yeah.
Because I knew you had been bugging me about it for like months.
Oh, dude,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the next season comes out soon, huh?
I think it doesn't come out till next year.
Oh my God.
I know.
But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely gotta get Kyle onto that.
Yeah.
Kyle doesn't really watch anime.
Well, okay,
Loser.
so
Loser.
let me explain why. Okay, so and you proved my point why the other day, literally like 2 days ago or 1 day ago. I show up to Dan's crib. He's watching this anime, and like swear to God, I'm watching it halfway through, 5 minutes in, and I'm kind of interested, like very like starting to get really interested into
And
something that I know
very weird happened.
that I don't know anything that's going. Like, I really don't understand the plot, but Dan kind of explains it to me after or whatever, and he's like, you know how many episodes there are? Now, granted, I just finished watching Game of Thrones. Okay, I've never really been a big TV person, other than like maybe SpongeBob and all that bullshit, but I've never been a big TV person, especially like Netflix type stuff. But anime, on the other hand, I've never even touched that world, other than a few. I tried One Punch Man for a little while. I tried obviously Dragon Ball Z, that type stuff, but like nothing crazy. I've tried Attack on Titan, like the first like 6-7 episodes or something, all that stuff. But I just haven't been able to like deep dive in. Like I said, the reason why is because they said, you know how many episodes this thing has? Now GOT, Game of Thrones, had like 8 seasons. Each episode was an hour, and there was like 10 episodes or so per season, and that's a lot. That's like a month-ish of watching. Okay, I said, oh, the episodes are only like 24, 25 minutes long with these animes. He's like, yeah. He was like, they're not too bad. And he was like, but you know how many episodes? I'm like, what? He's like, I'm like, what, like 200? And he's like, and I'm like, what, 300? He's like, I'm like, how, 1,000? He was like, it's like 1,080 something. I'm like, Jesus fucking
Wait,
Christ.
Is it done yet, or are you talking
No,
about
it's-
are you
it's-
talking about One Piece?
No, it's not One Piece, which is actually the longest. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
and it's still going
It's-
and has
yeah.
dude, it's it
Yeah,
might
One
never
Piece is
finish,
ridiculous,
like,
bro.
We're
One
gonna
Piece
be
is
dead
ridiculous.
by the time it finishes.
Dude, but
Oh,
what
shit.
I'm watching is it's called Detective Conan. Anybody that wants to get in on
Yeah,
that?
that's the one we were watching.
It's called Detective Conan, and it came out in like I want to say like anywhere between like 94 to 96, one of those years. But it ended in like I think early 2000s. So yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's just over 1,000 episodes, but they're only 25 minutes long.
Right.
And I restarted it like maybe like a week ago, and I'm already like 80 episodes in. So
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like if I were to watch something like that extensive, I feel like I'm gonna be watching it for like maybe 2 full months, 3 full months. But I mean, dude, some of them, like I said, I was only watching that shit for like 5 minutes, and it had me nearly hooked. And I was halfway through the damn episode. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. There was like this little kid with like a bow that would like change his voice and all this shit. It was crazy.
But it's mainly like a mystery, kind of like whodunit crime,
Yeah.
crime show. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty into it. Anybody should
Okay.
check that out. Yeah, but there's also short animes that I watch. Of course, I've seen so many. It's just I'm more of the horror type.
Yeah, you keep bringing that up. I've never
So-
seen a horror anime.
I can show you some that'll scar you, but
Have you seen any?
I mean, I haven't really watched any like that crazy, but like I watched Parasite.
yeah,
That one was dope.
that's considered a horror anime, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't like too crazy, but
Mhm.
definitely had some crazy aspects in it.
What-
And then
Was it long?
no,
No,
it's like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well,
It's
that
pretty
might be one that I can start.
A good one that's like really popular is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
I've
That
seen-
one's not like overly extensive. Like it's not that long.
I've seen about 10 episodes of that.
You have to
The
watch
reason-
the first one, then you gotta watch Brotherhood, and then you'll understand the
Yeah,
true
There's an order.
reason as to why it's my number one.
Yeah. So I seen it in California. This dude named Eric was kind of putting me onto all that stuff, and I thought it was Attack on Titan, but that was it. I was trying to bring it up, and y'all kept saying Attack on Titan, but I was like, is that it? But no, that's the one that I was thinking of. I have also seen episodes of Attack on Titan, but like I said, what was the name of that one again?
Full Metal.
Full
Full Metal Alchemist. That shit's crazy. It's like the two siblings
the-
or whatever,
yeah, yeah,
and then yeah. So
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
it's just There's just so many things that happen in that anime that just I still does not sit right with me to this day. So yeah, and
like
people who have seen it know what I'm talking
Like
about.
Naruto is really good, like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. But I would recommend looking up the filler episode list
Yeah.
because you can skip all them shits. Because it's
Yeah.
What do you mean, like filler
There's
episodes?
like 200 filler episodes. So it's like what would happen if the anime was catching up to the manga, which is like the comic book kind of version of it.
Okay.
I guess that's a good way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like catching up,
Okay.
like they would need to give the manga more time to release like new chapters. And there's other reasons too,
Mm-hmm.
but like really it's filler content. Like it's like something that the anime writers just wrote and put in.
It's like a lot of backstory
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
do backstory.
to the characters that you're watching right now in this saga.
Right.
Basically, it's kind of like when you're watching Dragon Ball Z and Goku screaming for the whole episode, and then the episode after that he starts fighting. It's got that's like a filler like type.
No,
best
no,
example I
that
can give.
makes a lot of sense.
Or they'll go on like some random mission or something, and you're like, I thought they were just at like what the heck?
And then like the middle of the episode, it shows that it's a flashback,
yeah,
and it's
Ah.
something that's important to pertaining to the next episode. That's continuing on with
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
but you don't really need to watch it.
You don't,
Yeah,
you don't have to watch it.
Plus, like Shippuden has like 500 episodes, so it's like I'm gonna skip the filler episodes if I'm binging.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I get that. That makes a lot of sense. I definitely would. If I'm gonna start an anime, it's definitely gonna be something that I'm starting that doesn't have a lot of episodes, just because I want to be able to finish it. Like that's my that's why I enjoy movies so much. It's because like I'll start watching it. I can finish it in an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours and a half max-ish. And even like Green Mile, you know what I'm saying? That was like one of my favorite movies growing up, and
Yeah.
that was like 3 hours long, but that's like max. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can get that out of the way, watch it, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the entire thing, get the experience, and then boom, I can move on. But it's like whenever you got to dedicate, and it's dedicating 3 months of your time to watching like one
You gotta have
thing.
and you gotta have time to binge because like once
Yeah.
you get into it, you're like,
Oh,
I need to know
I
what
gotta
happens
watch
next,
the
you
rest.
know?
Yep,
Or like a
that's-
super badass like fight or something like.
Yep, that's really what I'm at right
It
now.
gets you hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, it hooks you, bro.
It's kind of cool though, because when you take the time away at like the end of the day to do something,
Mhm.
you're like, man, I could start watching this. I'm gonna finish watching this.
Yeah.
It's like- and then realistically, if you want to take a break from watching it, that's cool because it's only a 25-minute episode.
Right.
So it's like you can really always come back to it.
Absolutely.
It's just don't ever take too much time away because then
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
then you forget, and then you got to
Yeah.
start, and that's my problem. Like for example, freaking Megan was trying to rewatch all of the Stranger Things because Stranger Things obviously
Have
came
you ever
out.
watched the new season?
Yes,
Yes.
I have.
Dude, I was gonna say like no spoilers.
No
for anybody
spoilers.
watching, but
Right.
like they were not like okay. The first 3 seasons, you're like yeah, it's dope and like
Right.
creepy, but like there's still like a kid almost feel to it, just because like they were kids, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Dude, first episode, the end of the episode, I was
Mhm.
like, they're not fucking playing this season, dude.
For
Like,
real.
they were not playing.
The
I was like,
plot was deep.
yeah, and
the ending
dude,
specifically.
and like it got super dark and like creepy. Like
Right at the end.
Yeah, that end of that first episode,
Oh.
if you know what I'm talking about. Which
Mhm.
it happened more throughout, but like
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, they're
My-
not messing around.
that's the shit I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
show more.
My shit was definitely my favorite episode was definitely the last episode because the like I said, no spoilers, but the way that that dude goes into his mantra at the end, man, like he just amazing acting
Dude,
is all I'm gonna say, man. Amazing acting.
I kind of figured out some of the stuff like before. Well, I had
I
had
didn't
my
know, like, till
theories.
last second.
I had
What?
my theories, and like I was like, this person did this, you know, like,
I wasn't
and I
thinking
think this
timeline the
person
whole
did
time.
this, and then I was pretty much right, you know, like
Yeah.
I didn't know the whole thing, but
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
like, I fucking knew it. I
Yeah.
fucking knew it.
I was
Yeah.
sitting there and it just kind of seemed like he was the start of it all.
Right.
It just made sense. I was just thinking, like, I always thought about it. I'm like, why are you reoccurring?
right.
Why are you watching everybody? Like, I was just like, man, this guy has to be.
And this
Yeah,
is and this is and that was a new character, correct? Like he
Yeah.
wasn't in the other
yeah,
no.
seasons.
new character.
Yeah, I didn't even think that he was because like I went, like I said, Megan started watching the first season, second, and all that shit. But in the middle of the first season, like I'm watching it with her, and I'm like, okay, the dude's not there, so I'm like, Okay, so he definitely has something to do with this. Whatever. I'm not like I said. I'm. It's so hard to talk about these things
Yeah.
because I want to go
Dude,
in it.
like when they were saying like that is like that doesn't exist. I was like cap. Like there's no. I was like that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Like
One thing that like really got me was the signs of whenever he's starting to affect you,
Right.
because I completely forgot. And the season before, Max got a nosebleed for no reason.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot about that. And I was like, holy shit, that was what? Dude, yeah. So I feel like they did like a really, really good job this season on being able to pull things from the old season.
and it's not done yet.
Yeah, I
Got
know.
Another volume coming out.
Oh,
in,
man,
in,
I
like,
cannot wait.
2 weeks, man.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah.
I'm watching that shit.
I can't because I'm gonna be at fucking jury duty.
Just put it on your phone.
No, I can't. Dude, that's the thing. I can't bring my phone in there.
Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be bored out of my fucking mind.
Oh my god.
Wait, so I mean, we're kind of coming full circle here, which is great. But so that means that whenever you go to jury duty, are you not allowed to have your phone this
Like
entire
when you go
time?
into the courthouse,
Yeah.
you're not supposed. Which, dude, whenever we were looking at plats, every motherfucker in there had their phone, and I was like,
What?
this is bullshit. Like
Yeah.
I never bring my phone in here, but like there's this dude that's like a which maybe like if you're a lawyer or something, you can have your phone. I don't
Right.
know,
Right.
but. Yeah, like he had his phone. Some lady I saw walking by had her phone. I was like, "This is so ridiculous." Like,
I
made
guess
me
it-
take off my steel toes. And
I know
I
they-
had to put them back on though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell you to either like leave it in the car or don't they like hold it for you?
Yeah, like you're not
Yeah.
supposed to have your smartwatch.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have your phone, like any kind of like recording devices.
heard that.
Yeah, I don't get into law trouble people.
You
I
can
just
bring a gun. No, okay.
It's,
I just know these things.
yeah, it's just I don't go to the courthouse that often. I cannot remember the last time that I've been to the courthouse, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Other than I think the last time was like whenever I was making Delta Crew Clothing Company and I needed to file the paperwork for that. But other than that, I can't remember a fucking
yeah.
time.
Some bitch hit me and it was her fault, and so I had to go to court.
Like
she totaled my car.
Mhm.
Yeah, she like T-boned the shit out of me.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
taking a left green arrow and she was trying to beat the light, and yeah,
I think I might remember that.
I had that Toyota Solera, but I don't think I knew you yet. Yeah, I didn't
Probably
know
not.
Trevor yet.
Yeah.
like I met y'all basically through Trey, which
Mhm.
I've worked with Trey at Reds
Mm-hmm.
in 20.
It was a long
It was
time
like
ago.
2015, 2016.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about around the time that I met you,
Yeah.
because by then I had my other vehicle.
It might have been
Yeah, it was like-
2016. Wait. It might have been 2015.
Yeah, it was definitely
I was definitely in college, at the time. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I was working at Reds, so I
Right.
was already in college at that point.
Yeah, Trey was working over there. He worked over there for a good, I think maybe 6 months to a year-ish time period. But I think he had worked there around, I would say 2016, because we were going there 2015, like kind of doing our own like bodybuilding type of
Mhm.
stuff. And then 2016 kind of rolled around, and he was going there so often that he was like, "Screw it, like let's just get a job here," And then I think that's when it happened. I even had a job there for a very short period of time, but I've had a lot of jobs for a very short period of time.
I've been
Yeah,
Hey, don't hire him.
long term with all my jobs.
yeah, don't. No, please. Yeah, no. If I needed a job, I feel like I could get one.
But I definitely feel like you should hop into that anime son, because realistically, what I tell everybody is just take your favorite genre
Mhm.
of whatever you like to watch, whether it be movie,
Comedy.
TV series, anything like that, and then you just put it into an anime, and then you have it just grow from there. Because I grew up, watching Dragon Ball Z.
I did too.
Basically, just a lot of like action, fighting, and stuff like that. Typical boy shit. And it's like as I got older, even though while I was, already watching like horror movies and stuff like that, it was kind of like I wanted to see something different. It's like I got tired of seeing real actors,
Right.
because it was like you can almost just tell what's going to happen. It's like I just know what's going to happen. There's just like that line that real actors can't cross
Right.
whenever they do certain types of genre. And so whenever you look at the horror section, it's pretty much like constantly the same. It's really hard to get me off guard for me to not see it. But whenever you go into the world of anime, oh dude, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You'll see some pretty crazy shit, and it's like, oh my god.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like-
Yeah, plus, like, think about like dude, like some of the writing in some of the animes are so good, but like think about like animating a already written story versus having to get a live action crew to film that entire thing.
Yeah.
Plus, like a lot of the time, like they can express like emotions
Mm-hmm.
like so much better than like you would in like a live action. You know,
Right.
like
Mhm.
does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, and then you could do the same exact thing that they did in the anime, but do it live action, and it's just cringy. Like,
Right.
Dude, Dragon Ball was the worst, bro. That and
oh
when they
God, like
when they,
Evolution or whatever.
Yeah,
that-
and then when
that
they
live
did
action.
they did Avatar, The Last Airbender live, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh my god,
The
this is
series
horrible.
is supposed to be better. Like they're doing a live action series of Avatar: Last Airbender.
Ugh, they
I
better
don't know
be
if that's
better.
going to be the story or not. I think it is because I think it's about Aang, but apparently they're really going to try to make it good this time.
I heard that.
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, you never know with that.
Right.
But I would say definitely just do that to anybody, and you just choose a genre that you like and that you're interested in, that you think would be interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and you just take it and you roll with it. Of course,
Absolutely.
if you don't want to watch a lot of episodes, there are so many animes. Some of the best animes, in my opinion, have like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And then you're mad because it has 10
It's
episodes.
the same thing with, like even music, like some of the best songs I've ever heard, it's like 2 minutes long, and I'm like, why'd you stop?
Yeah.
Why'd you stop?
If they didn't, maybe I would have had like a sour taste in my mouth from like the last 30 seconds of the song, you know,
Who-
and I
who
wouldn't
knows?
like it as much.
Who knows?
But the Dragon Ball superhero movie's coming out in August. Yeah.
Oh man, I got another movie that I want to watch really soon. That's supposed to be coming out. Black Adam with The Rock.
Oh.
He's not a superhero.
Kyle loves The Rock.
Yeah. he's not a superhero technically. He's supposed to be. I don't know technically what he is. I just know that he's
Is his name
he's
Adam?
super, but he's not a hero. Is what I'm trying to say. He's super, but he's not a hero. So he's like
Okay.
It's like
He's
a
like an anti-hero.
It's like a Hancock movie.
kind. I think.
Yeah.
It's
But I really don't know.
Hancock and like Deadpool are like anti-heroes. Like they're not villains, but they're
They
not
just
like
so happen to do the right
They're
thing.
just selfish.
yeah, they're just
yeah,
like
realistically.
yeah, yeah. Hancock is definitely a good way, and definitely fuck. What did you just say? The
Deadpool?
red. Yeah, Deadpool. Yeah, that's a great way to explain it. 100%.
Yeah,
Um,
I definitely feel like The Black Phone is gonna be a pretty good movie.
oh yeah.
Black Phone. I didn't look up that one.
This
Oh my
kid gets like
gosh.
kidnapped by this guy, and there's like he's like in a basement or something, and like the phone rings, and it's like what I can understand. It's like basically other people that or other kids that the guy killed
Okay.
are like talking to him to like help him escape.
But the
I think.
phone is disconnected.
Yeah.
Like, the wires at the end of it are disconnected.
Which like they
Oh,
gave
wait,
away
no,
a
we
lot.
watched the episode and we started laughing because it was like,
Oh yeah,
Was that it?
That was it.
Oh,
Oh, wait, yo, watch. It's out.
No, it's not
Oh,
out.
oh,
We watched
okay,
like
okay.
a
trailer.
part of a trailer.
Yeah.
We were watching the
it was
NBA.
like an ad.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were watching the NBA finals, and they did an ad for it. And anybody that's listening, y'all should go and try and find that specific trailer
Yes.
because they might have gotten rid of it because of how stupid we saw it was.
It was hilarious.
It gave you everything from the trailer that was like regular, regular trailer stuff, and then it was like a scene where he like said something to the kid, and the kid like starts screaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not like screaming angrily.
Yeah.
But whenever he started screaming, it was like the dial tone of a
Oh.
phone instead of him screaming. He was like, Dude, me and Kyle was high laughing, bro. I was like, why did they do that?
I thought that shit because the thing is we saw 2 commercials from that if I'm not mistaken recently because we saw that one and we were dying laughing from that
Dude.
and then we saw it again like on another day and but they had cut that portion out. We were ready to laugh again
Yeah.
like we were waiting for
Bro,
that and
I was
they
trying
didn't
so
have
hard
it.
to show Andre. Like, I was
Yeah.
so ready, bro.
You know, it would be like the ultimate troll. Like if so, like you basically know the plot of the movie, right?
Right.
But what everyone's going to watch it is like, all right, what's going to happen in the movie, but also like, how is he going to escape? And what they should do is do like a bunch of elaborate shit and then just kill him. Like,
Oh yeah.
so everyone's like, oh, he's going to survive, and like, no.
See,
it's
now
not that
you're going
kind of
into
movie.
anime territory.
Right, yeah.
The only other movie that that I saw as a commercial recently that I'm excited to see is that one Nope.
Oh yeah. Jordan Peele.
I just don't like how
Yeah.
they're
That
just
dude-
showing you too much. I feel like
I don't know.
I don't think they showed you
I don't
anything at
know.
all. Really, you're
No,
just like
they-
alien invasion. I think. Like
No,
it
they-
Well,
it looks like
you saw
aliens.
the UFO thing.
yeah, they have a new trailer out and that shows pretty much like so much. It literally
it
shows
shows
people
a
getting
lot.
abducted. I'm like,
But like also, what was that other Jordan? I can't, there was another movie where he was in
Yeah,
that
it's,
like
Get Out?
Yeah, Get Out. That one. It's
That
like
one's
you.
crazy.
I saw. I remember the meme of that dude running really
Yeah,
quickly and just
yeah.
turning.
Yeah, dude. Like people were remaking that and stuff. That was even before TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
I think that was on
That
Vine.
was on Vine. Yeah.
God
Yeah, I miss
damn.
Vine.
Dude, I miss Vine too,
Oh,
man.
Vine.
Damn,
It
that's,
was-
that's what we know we get
Bring
no.
Vine back.
No, it was definitely more relaxed on Vine, but
And you had to be like a lot more original.
oh,
You know,
dude,
like there's
you
so
got
many trends
6
that
seconds
people
to-
copy,
Yeah.
and it's like Vine. It's like there's no real point in copying someone else unless
yeah.
you're doing like. I don't know. I didn't really see that many people copying each other.
Right.
You know.
Or the thing is, the sad part about Vine was that it was there, and it was there for like a good period of time, but then it was just not. And so it's like, really all we have is like just the stuff that we can look up on YouTube or whatever from like old Vine compilations and stuff like that. But dude, I remember me and my cousin Dylan tried blowing up on Vine, and like we ended up getting like, I'm pretty sure we got like maybe a couple thousand followers or something like that. But I liked how their platform worked, because it's like you would like it or in a degree or whatever, but it would like kind of do what TikTok does, where it's like it sends it out to a whole lot of other people or whatever, and then if those people like it, then it sends to another group. And so you could definitely go viral on Vine quickly, and then you know, you got those people like the Logan Paulers and the Jake Paulers and people like that blew up from Vine to YouTube and made a career, and then you got those people that just stopped making videos after Vine because they didn't want to think of long form in any type of way of content. But
Remember that guy? Put him in a coffin.
put him in a coffin. Yeah, where's he at?
I don't know.
man?
That's all I'm saying. Like,
Let's get him on the podcast.
so many people disappeared.
Yeah,
Like, put him in a coffin.
yeah. You know that dude that's he's a rapper, but I think he's technically a rapper, but he goes like Timmy Turner. you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
fuck."
Designer.
Designer,
Yeah,
man.
that
Where's
was that-
he at?
I don't know. Watching the Fairly Odd Parents.
Dude.
Dude, I seen that thing popped up on my on YouTube the other day whenever I was scrolling and shit through the shorts. And dude, YouTube's got starting to get a good little short form platform as
yeah.
well,
Mhm.
bruh.
YouTube needs to start their own college. Because
Dude.
no, for real, dude. Because like
That's like
film and stuff?
literally in college, I've learned more from YouTube
yeah.
than I did my professors.
Dude, dead
I ain't
ass.
gonna lie. That's really how I educate myself. I just go and I just YouTube shit.
Yeah,
Which
'Cause-
like, dude, like pretty much K through 12 could be all online.
easily.
Other than like having to it's good to socialize with
Mhm.
like people your age.
Right.
But like I mean, you're not gonna mandate that. You mandate it by everyone has to go to school of some sort.
Right.
Mhm.
But like the education wise, like
Yeah. No,
like, dude,
I'm
like,
with you.
and it's
I'm
not
with you on that.
anything super complicated, you know, like that you're learning.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with the K through 12. You know, that external source of school. Obviously, it's not mandatory, but the ones that are mandatory, yeah, you could definitely do those all online if you really wanted to. But I think the social interaction. So, like, I'm gonna ask y'all this or whatever, and this will kind of be like our last question, and then I'll do my outro. But what do y'all feel about public school versus private school?
I think private school has a lot more opportunity.
I think so too.
I
Yeah.
think private school.
They have more connections because I feel like they're those are like wealthy students. You know what I'm saying? Well, their parents are wealthy, really, but they're gonna grow up for the rest of their life and they're gonna have those connections,
I
right?
feel like private school, in a way, is bad. Speaking from experience of people I've known in my life,
Okay.
I feel like, in a way, private school can be bad because you have basically somebody on the privileged side of things that never see the world how it really is. And
Right.
it's kind of like their parents or their family or whoever puts them in that kind of schooling is like sheltering them.
It doesn't
Keep-
build as
keeping-
much character as public as yeah.
Exactly. It's like whenever they're faced with some kind of real outside obstacle that doesn't involve money, it's like
Right.
they don't
Yeah.
know what to do.
Right.
You know, they don't know what decisions to make, and it's like this is kind of like common sense. Like we learned this on like the Rugrats. Like, you know, it's like just normal things that you should, you know, you can deal with, because like there are so many kids that, you know, go through private school and don't know what normal bullying is. You know,
think
and it's like,
career-wise-
nah, you need to get bullied, bro. You need to know what that
Yeah.
shit's like.
Like career wise, it presents more opportunities.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And also like every private school is different, and every public
Right.
school is different, like,
Right.
depending on which public. Like, dude, some public schools have no fucking funding.
Right.
No.
And in Lafayette, like, yeah, we see it a little bit.
Dude, Northside
But
ain't got
dude-
no money. Northside
Well,
ain't got
they've
no.
been giving Northside more money in the
Oh,
past,
okay, well,
like,
that's
which
good.
they've been like they did that on purpose because like they didn't have any fucking money.
Dude,
Like,
their
but dude,
track
like,
was like
dude,
horrible,
like New
bro.
Orleans though.
Oh man,
Bro,
I
New
can't even
Orleans,
imagine.
like that's why so many people send like there's a ton of private schools in New Orleans because you don't want to go to the public schools over
Yep.
there.
One of my
you know?
exes went to a private school, and it was all inclusive. So it's like they live there and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Wait,
that's
like
just weird.
PCA.
kind of
Yeah.
like that same yeah,
Zoe
dude,
101?
Zoe
Wait,
101.
was her name Zoe?
No, her name is not Zoe.
Do you see me
man.
standing here?
Ooh. But yeah, so I don't have to do too much editing. We're gonna kind of call it here.
Yeah, that shit was solid.
Yeah, that was a good. I think that was a good episode, guys. That was awesome.
It was alright.
But we'll definitely have another casual episode like this. Obviously, soon we do have the Waffler 69 episode, which is just another content creator from Lafayette,
I
Louisiana.
thought that was like an activity you would do.
No, that's a funny name though. Yeah, but no, Waffler 69. That's his username. He's gonna be hopping on tomorrow. I don't specifically know when this episode is gonna be dropping, but what's the date? Probably in 2 days.
14th.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would say 16th, 17th. Y'all should be expecting this episode, but yeah.
Logic's dropping a freaking 30-song album on the 19th, by the way.
Ooh,
Yeah, we didn't
I'm gonna
talk
be
about
paying
that.
attention
But
to that.
30 songs, dude.
That means that
He has like 5 songs with Wiz Khalifa.
Ooh.
From what I've heard, yeah.
I'm gonna definitely listen to
that means about 15 of them gonna be pretty mid.
Probably so, but
Yeah.
you got rappers dropping 10-song albums and all 10 of them are crap.
So I mean, at least
Shout
we
out
can
to
rock-
Playboy Cardi. No.
Yeah. So did you want to while I got you on here, did you want to shout out your social media or
I mean, you said it, t-rev-the-kid, but I don't really post on socials, but you
Right.
can follow me, you know,
Same.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor's
Maybe,
introvert.
maybe if I get like a influx of followers, then I'll be like, dang, gotta post something. But mostly on my Instagram, I do have a video of Logic shouting out me and Jude.
y'all should
we were
definitely check that out.
doing Vegeta.
Yes.
So that's on there, and then, but really, other than that, it's like my graduation photo is my profile picture, but I don't even think it's an actual post. Got some pictures from Colorado,
Yeah.
and then like campfires. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I just wanted to.
But on my Facebook,
tell
I
the
share
people.
memes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
So.
So
Can't
yeah,
nobody beat me on UFC 4. This is a shout out to anybody that's trying in these hands. I promise y'all.
trying to run that.
I'll make y'all rage quit.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Dan hop on. I'm gonna make Dan hop on Twitch because goddamn his skill level. That'll be another whole topic of discussion in a future episode. But his skill level in UFC is another level. So, anyways, guys, Dan, tell the people bye.
All right, y'all. Stay easy. Make money. If y'all follow me, I don't really care. Just like my stuff. Don't comment. I don't care what people have to say, except y'all in my squad. Yeah.
Squat.
But always care about your friends.
Right.
What's another good thing?
What's another good quote?
Safe sex. Yeah. Safe sex. Right.
That's a good outro. Yeah, safe sex. Coming here from the block party. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this episode, guys. If y'all haven't already, obviously give this thing a like. I need to start saying that at the beginning of the episode so people they just know, because sometimes they don't watch the full episode. So regardless, if you have made it here, please obviously like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That is what helps us keep the lights on in here. So thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate it. This was Block Party episode 6 with t-rev-the-kid, and we will see y'all in the next one.